There's a town in east central Alberta named after something you can actually see. Two hills sitting on the west edge of the community. No founding myth, no dramatic origin story. Just two rises in the land that people used as a landmark and eventually a name that stuck. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. In a province full of towns named after railway surveyors or rivers with complicated spellings, it's worth asking why a place would just call itself what it looks like. The answer has something to do with who settled here. Ukrainian families arrived in this part of Alberta in large numbers around the turn of the 20th century, farming land that was new to them and building communities from scratch. The town itself didn't take shape until the railway arrived in 1927. That's when the hamlet was formally established, and things moved quickly from there. Within 2 years, it had been incorporated as a village. Fires hit between 1929 and 1937. The Depression slowed everything down. Then the war came. Farm prices rose, and Two Hills steadied itself again. By 1955, it had reached town status. Heritage Park holds some of that history. Farm equipment, tools, a bronze statue commissioned by a family whose grandparents had left the Ukraine in 1902 and built their lives here. It's not a polished attraction, more like a careful arrangement of things someone decided mattered enough to keep. Along Highway 36, the Two Hills Historical Society maintains a similar outdoor museum. Old machinery, remnants of the agricultural life that defined this region for generations. So back to the name. It came from a post office already established in the area, named after those two prominent hills on the western outskirts. A post office first, then a hamlet, then a village, and finally a town. More recently, Mennonite families who emigrated from Mexico have settled in the area, adding another layer to the community. The Ukrainian church and the Mennonite influence exist in the same small town. The agricultural economy continues as it always has. Two Hills today has around 1,400 people. It sits at the junction of Highway 45 and 36, about an hour and a half east of Edmonton. The Two Hills are still there on the western edge, and they look exactly the way they always have. So if you enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know, and you'll find gradient imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.